Hi, it's Romana, and I have just opened my book. I did do a video live on it, but the audio was awful. So it's 33 days to create your personal self-care program. So this book I started writing back in the summer holidays because I needed something myself. And I thought, right, what works for me? What can I use that I know works, that's really simple to support my energy, support my self-care, so that I can show up and be the person I want to be as a mum, as Romola, um, and in my business, um, and as a daughter to my parents as well. And so much was going on um, that my energy was really, really depleted, and it was really difficult to to refill that cup, because actually you could never, I could never fully refill it because it was like dripping out. There was a couple of leaks in it. So I really needed something to start to think about what worked for me, and how I could use that for myself, to replenish my energy. And that's really where the idea of this book came from. Everything I do is based around what I need or what my family needs. So um, it's just, I guess, with all the other lockdowns that we've had since August, we've had several. Um, that it just hasn't quite got to the published stage that I really wanted it to, because my because my self care needs were not expanded enough. My levels were not high enough for me to actually be able to turn up and show up in other levels other than sort of the basic levels, should we say. But I think really self care is so needed now. It is so important, um, not just because of lockdown, but actually we've all got an awareness as to how we feel when we don't get certain things in our lives. So when we don't see our friends and loved ones, when we don't get to hug them, when we have to abide by, we have to wear masks, you can't see people's faces and smile at them. Um, when going, everything is so fear driven, you need to think, well, what can I do to support my energy, and support myself, and get myself into the best position that I can possibly be. And that's really where the book comes in. So the idea with this is 33 days. 21 days is what people say it takes for a habit. I'm not so sure about that. I think for me, it takes longer than 21 days. So that's why it's 33. It's an angel number, but also I think it's a long enough number, it's just over a month, to actually be able to really collate, and integrate the practices to support your self care. The other thing is, this isn't a do this and do this and do this every day. This is about you creating your own self care program. So, what I've done is I'm sharing some of the tools that work for me. I'm asking you to try them out for the following 33 days. But the idea is, and that's really where the journal comes in, is you have space to monitor where you are. You can make yourself accountable. I think that's really important, because if you don't take a note of where you are, when things do change, you won't remember where you were, how you were feeling, what levels you were. And that's really where this comes from. This is about being accountable to yourself on a daily basis, but also then being able to review where you are. And when you pay attention, where your what's the phrase? Your your energy flows where your intention. No, let me just say, I can't think what it is now. There's a phrase that where your attention goes, your energy flows. That's the one. So by putting your attention on your self care and what you're doing, and these are just simple things. These are not massive, great, 4-hour meditation things, because that's not what I do. Um, as you'll know, if you've been with me for a while, everything tends to be quick and simple, just so that you can't make excuses. So you just get on and do it. Um, when you pay attention to these things and you do it, then what's going to happen is you're going to start, when you notice it and you're away from the book in normal daily life, you can think, oh, I need to do something. Right, I'm going to just go and do a quick breathing exercise. I'm going to go and do a quick 10-minute reset. I'm going to go and drink some water, because you'll know, because your intuition is, and your connection to your physical body as well as your mental and emotional body is going to work for you. It's going to bring it all together. So that's really the background to the book. So in the book, there's 33 days. They all look like this. So I'll go through this in a minute, and then we have a page for journaling. So you've got space for your notes, for your thoughts. Perhaps if you have done a meditation, something's come up, or perhaps you've pulled an angel card and you've got a bit more information. Perhaps you just want the space to be able to rant and rave about the stuff that's gone on that you really, need to scream about, but that you just can't scream about at the moment. Or to write, maybe you want to write yourself a love letter, or a letter to yourself, or a letter to somebody that you can't send a letter to. Whatever, the space is here for you. So the book itself, let me just say, the book is £11.11, Angel Numbers, which I'll talk about in a minute. Or you can pay £33 and join the programme. So with the programme, you obviously get a copy of the book. You also get a daily email with a video or some texts, a little tool to use. There is a support group. So the support group is my general support group for people who've bought courses or done training with me. So I can support you in one space. The importance for me is to keep this all really, really simple. And the way to do it is not to create loads of new Facebook groups, because I'm not sure people like Facebook groups anymore, but there is a Facebook group there if you want. There's a daily email that goes out. You can obviously respond to me by email or private message if you wish. And the other thing I thought might be nice might be to do a Zoom call. Initially, I was going to have a specific launch date, run it for 33 days with a Zoom call each week. That's not what I'm going to do anymore. It's obviously going to be a rolling program, so people can start at their own time, and we will have a monthly Zoom for connection and catch up, check in, see how it's going. So that is the plan for the 33 days. Also, there's two bonuses. One is my journaling program. So again, get some ideas about what to write in here. And the second one is my cycles mini program, which is all about your feminine cycles and the moon cycles and how to work well with them. So I think they both are really useful for an awareness point of view. So what's going on and how you can look after your energies and understand your energies and your flows. So if we just start, I'll talk you through some of the different things that I think are really important. Like I said, we've got moon cycle and we've got feminine cycle. So when the moon happens, when we have a full moon, certainly at here, the house can go a little bit loopy. Maybe a day before, actually, the kids will have trouble sleeping on it when the full moon is happening. So having that awareness of where you are is great from a physical point of view if that happens to you. But also it means from a more spiritual point of view, you can work out, you know when you've got your full moon for your clearing, you've got your new moon coming up for your planting your new seeds, and you've got a basic awareness of what's happening there. Really useful. The next one is feminine cycle, knowing where you are in your monthly cycle. And we all have a monthly cycle, so whether you are, even if you're menopausal, then you still have a cycle that goes on, or you can link into the moon cycle because that will work for you just as well. But there's times in our cycle that we just need to go and be a hermit. There's times when we are really in our flow and we're really able to communicate well, and we just are in a sort of love energy, if you like. So understanding where you are here can really help you understand. So think, well, actually, do you know what? I've got PMT. I'm not in a great place. I need to do up my self-care. I need to remove myself from situations. And having that awareness means you're not so hard on yourself when you think, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Okay, you don't need to be doing shoulds. It's really important to have awareness physically as to where you are. Gratitude is the next thing. Gratitude is an amazing thing to do, because what it does is it changes your energy, it changes your vibration, it lifts you up, it pops you in a higher vibration. It's saying to the universe, I love these things, please send me more of these things. I'm really grateful for what I have, and I respect the things I have, so I am ready to go out and have more experiences, more of the same, please. It's not about, it's part of it is the law of attraction, but actually what it's more about is raising your vibration into thankful, that you are pleased with what you've got. So, for example, I'm pleased that actually I had a glass of water in the room. I'm very grateful that I've got that glass of water in the room. I'm very grateful that we've got a bit of sunshine today and a bit of warmth coming through the windows. I'm grateful that actually I've got my self-care book that's arrived, so I can start working through and paying attention myself as to what's going on energetically. I'm very grateful that I've got some shortbread biscuits that I've just opened from Christmas to really give me a little bit of a lift and a boost when I need it. I'm grateful that my son's getting on with his homeschooling downstairs for the first time by himself. I'm grateful that actually my daughter, who wasn't feeling great this morning, has been able to go back to bed and doesn't have to go to school and be forced down that route. So there's lots of amazing things. I'm grateful that my husband can work from home. That our internet, I'm grateful that our internet is able to cope with everybody doing all these amazing things through the internet. So they don't have to be huge, great big things. They just need to be small and simple. I'm grateful for the beautiful cup of tea that I had first thing this morning. I'm grateful for my lovely melted butter bagel. So whatever it is, but that gratitude in your heart and expressing that gratitude really lifts your energy. It shifts you on a vibrational level up from the lower negative ones, from the fearful ones, up into the more love and joyful ones. And that is a much better place to be than the lower ones. So gratitude can shift your energies. So I've just put it down, pop 5 down. You can do it first in the morning, you can do it in the middle of the day, do it in the afternoon, do it in the evening, before bed, whatever works for you, or even do it multiple times, because why not? We've got angel card message. So pulling an angel card every day is a really lovely thing to do, just to get a little bit of information, a little bit of support. Daily affirmations, if you work with affirmations, there's more information in the book about affirmations and affirmations. So if there's a specific affirmation that you want to engage with, then writing it down every day is going to really help you just think about it and bring it to your mind. Some little tick boxes here with 3 balance and calm toolkit things. So they are in the back here. There's loads of them. Just quick, simple things that take a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. When the kettle's boiling, there's breathing exercises, there's visualizations, there's mindful exercises as well. So if you're eating something, it can be, if you're making a cup of tea, you can do it in a very mindful way, being really focused on the boiling water, being grateful for having the water, the electricity, the tea bag, the mug, the milk, that somebody's all done that for you so you can have that wonderful cup of tea. That's very mindful, as well as the gratitude. You can eat it, you could have an apple and eat it very mindfully. So again, the sense, the smell, the taste, the texture. So it's all about being really in the moment. When you go for a walk, that could be one of your mindful things, and also your exercise as well, because you're being, paying attention to what's going on, to what you can smell, what you can hear, what you can feel, sun on your face, wind, sound of cars, whatever. So integrate them into your day is the key thing. The reason they're there is because they're important, because what happens, your stress level will just sort of drop down with each one that you do. So you're not just going to go peak and stay up high. You might go up, but you might be able to just to undulate a little bit lower rather than higher. I've put 3 down there. If you find that actually doing more than 3, then add in additional circles, because this is your program. This is about you understanding what works for you. We have also got so this is the journaling space here, so you can write, and there's just a space here to capture any particular insights as a summary from the journaling. So the journaling is just space for your thoughts. Like I said, we've got a journaling course that comes along with it, so lots of ideas. You can write about what's going on. You could put more gratitude in here. You could write about what you want to experience. You can write about if you do an angel card reading for yourself, you can write some more information about that. Whatever feels right for you, to just have that space just to write down what it is that you need to express. It could be a love letter to yourself. So just whatever works for you. I've got some non-negotiables, and these are things that I think really do work. We've got water, so there's six little buttons there for 6 glasses of water, 2 litres. I really noticed myself when I don't drink enough water, and over the holidays I haven't drunk water, how my energy changes. There's a little space for energy. So again, if you go for a walk, if you're doing some exercise, you can just make a note of what you've done. Sleep, again, sleep critical for me. If I don't get enough sleep, I am not a good person. And 10-minute reset, which is basically about lying down flat for 10 minutes. No music, no meditation, just lying. I use the timer on my phone for 10 minutes and just lie. And what that does is that realigns your chakras, your energy bodies. It also creates that space in your brain for your brain to switch off and just for everything to be still. And sometimes you can get the most amazing thoughts and ideas that come through when you do have that just space of calm, that space of quiet, space for connection. And there's also a little bit about rate your food intake, so fruit, veg, processed sugar. So again, it's important, this is all about having an awareness as to what works for you. So you might find that actually, for example, you might make a note that you don't have a coffee after 11 o'clock in the morning, and actually you sleep better. You might have a note that that you eaten lots of processed sugar, and you then can't sleep, or you might find that there's connections across different things. You might find that your tummy doesn't flare up quite so much if you eat more vegetables, or I don't know. I'm not a dietitian. This is just a suggestion of things that you can look at and have an awareness. It's your body. Having awareness of what works for you is really, really important. And then we've just got an end of the day review. So a little energy, like a battery here, from 0 to 100%, is where are you? And you might have multiple ones. You might say, actually, I woke up here, I shifted my energy here, and then I just went down here. Or you might just say, right, I'm actually feeling about 60% today. Now, the idea is all of this, like I said, it's accountability. So 33 days, over 33 days, you'll be able to flick back in a week and say, oh, look, maybe my energy level's gone up, or actually I'm sleeping better compared to how I was here. And you then have an awareness. You can see what's working for you, what's important, and what what feels right. And that's what's really useful, I think, about paying attention to what's going on in your body and why this works. I think as a journal, but also accountability for yourself. And then after the 33 days, you're obviously welcome to carry on doing this. If you want, I can send you the Word document with just this, so you can write, print that out yourself, or you can just make a note, or you can make up whatever works for you. But the key thing here is about understanding what works for you, what changes your energy, what shifts your energy, what supports your self-care, what makes you feel better on a mental, emotional, and spiritual level. So you might actually have, a weekly back massage, Indian head massage, visit to the beautician to get your nails done. That's all self-care. You might feel better, have better self-care if you find that you wash your hair every day, or you style your hair every day, or you apply makeup, or you get properly dressed. And I'm just wearing my leggings. If I wear proper clothes, do I feel better? So if I do a face mask once a week, does that help? So it's all about what makes you feel better, what supports your self-care, and everyone's self-care will be completely different. There will be elements that will be the same, but everyone's program is going to be different, and I think it's really important to recognise this is the starting point for you creating your own self-care program for yourself that works for you, that you can maintain and adapt as life goes on. That's really where this book is coming from. So it is 33 Days to Create Your Personal Self-Care Program by Romola Jones. It's £11.11 on Amazon. So we'll talk about that actually. So 11 is an angel number. It's represented by this. I've got the door frame behind me, which is quite interesting. So it's basically two posts. It's like a gate post. It's going through, is what it represents. It's a doorway that you're going through. And so you're going through the doorway to yourself, to your self-care, to your needs, to putting your needs first. And that's really why I chose 1111. It's a bit quirky, but that is what it's representing. That's representing that doorway of walking through and taking charge of yourself and your energies, because no one else is going to tell you that you have to look after yourself. or make you prioritise yourself. So I'm all about quick and simple, and that's really what this is about. This is about integrating things into your daily life that don't take extra time, but do support you on your mental, emotional and spiritual and physical level as well. Like I said, you can buy the book for £11.11 from Amazon. You can join me for £33, so £1 a day for the 33 days, and each day you get an email with an additional tip or suggestion or connection. There is the bonuses of the journaling and the cycles programs as well that you get, and also you have access to a support group. And I think we're going to go for a monthly Zoom call. I'm trying to keep this really, really simple because my energy needs simple. I don't want the shoulds around it to take my self-care energies away. So I'm in a delicate space as well as everybody else, and so I think recognizing that what I can give and what I can show up for is really important. So this is why this program's come about, and I don't think a lot of people are, should we say, enamored with Facebook groups at the moment. I think there's a lot of, I don't know, I'm personally not that enamored with them at the moment, and content and things can be sort of, you go on for one thing, you're down a rabbit hole for 2 hours, and you come out. Oh, actually, what's one thing I probably should have put in here is actual social media usage. And you can look at that on your phone. It tells you how many hours you've been on different apps each day. So that would be a really good thing to have an awareness of on your self-care. I'll probably make that one of the daily tips, actually. I'm going to capture that now. If you have any questions, let me know. If you buy the book off Amazon and you want to do the program as well, let me know, and I can send you send you a PayPal link just for the £22. It's going to start. It's a rolling program, effectively. So it starts whenever you're ready. The emails will roll out for the next 33 days. Once you'll be tagged in a group, but for me, you'll be tagged on a mailing list, and then you'll be sent the monthly ones as well, or you'll have that it'll be there on the in the group, the support group as well. It will say the link there. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm off to start my own self-care program, so the book will not be blank anymore, and I shall look forward to supporting you on your self-care journey to being the best that you can be. Thanks. Bye.